A US Navy F-35C Lightning II, the most advanced stealth fighter on the planet, has its sensors locked onto a target that cost less than a used Toyota. Narrator: on February 3rd, 2026. This wasn't a training exercise. This was a high stakes game of chicken between the world's lone superpower and the most defiant regime in the Middle East. Today, we go inside the cockpit and the Situation Room to ask one question: why did the US Navy just spend a $100 million asset to stop a $20,000 drone? It's just before sunrise. The USA Abraham Lincoln is transiting international waters 500 miles off the coast of Iran. Suddenly, radar picks up a slow mover, an Iranian Shahed-139. It's a medium altitude drone, a copy paste version of the American Predator. Narrator: US Central Command says the drone is approaching aggressively. The Navy takes de escalatory measures, flaring lights, radio warnings, but the drone doesn't flinch. It keeps coming. With the carrier and thousands of lives at stake, an F-35C is scrambled. Seconds later, the Shahed-139 is nothing but debris in the ocean. Let's look at the map. This is what experts call asymmetric warfare. On one side, the F-35C cost $100 million. Pilot training $11. Hourly flight cost $30,000. If it used an AIM-9X Sidewinder missile to down the drone, that's another $400,000 gone in a second. Narrator: on the other side, the Shahed-139, built from off-the-shelf parts and Lawnmower engines. Total cost: roughly $20,000 to $50,000. Narrator: by sending a toy toward a carrier, Iran forced the US to burn more money in 10 minutes than it took to build the drone in the first place. It's a strategy designed to bleed the giant dry, one fly at a time. This incident happened just days before high level nuclear talks in Istanbul. President Trump had already warned an armada was heading to Iran, stating that bad things would happen if a deal wasn't reached. Narrator: so why did Iran poke the bear? Experts suggest the regime is desperate. Following the violent crackdown on domestic protests in late 2024, Tehran needs an external enemy to distract its people. By touching a US carrier, they show their supporters they can still stand up to the great Satan. The drone was only the beginning. Hours later, in the Strait of Hormuz, Iranian Revolutionary Guard boats swarmed a US flag tanker, the Stena Imperative. The US Navy didn't spend $100 million to stop a toy. They spent it to send a message. In the Arabian Sea, there is no such thing as just a drone. There is only the line and what happens when you cross it. Narrator: but as these toys get smarter and cheaper, the question remains: how long can the US keep using $100 million swatters before the flies win?